We got on today's show, we have Craig.
It's the voice of an angel.
The voice of an angel.
No.
Craig. No. Yes. That's right. What? We got Craig in this episode of Baaahston Invasion.
From Random.
It's Saturday!
Yo, Craig.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
What up,
What's
Craig?
going on?
What up, Craig?
How we doing, all right?
Chillin'.
Living the dream, huh?
Yes, sir.
Can I borrow the VCR real quick?
Oh, I ain't got no job. I ain't got no job, nothing to do. I'm gonna get high and do my
Got him.
VCR, dude.
Just want to use the VCI, watch some of this old stag porn from the 80s, right?
Speaking of porn, I was watching some vintage porn yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
That shit looked crazy, man.
How vintage? Are we talking like 70s push?
70s, yeah, dude.
Okay.
That shit was weird.
When you had full-on bush,
Yeah.
unadulterated bush.
Yeah, they had two afros.
Yeah.
Chicks would just literally leave the
that's
pics
awesome.
in their vagina hair. Oh, there it is.
With the ice.
Yeah, buddy.
So we are live here at Craig's Humble Ado, futuristic looking spot. Totally dope.
sir. Thank
Loving
you.
it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Craig, Baaahston Invasion, right?
Yes, sir.
How? So, tell us a little bit about that, man. What part of Boston you from, and where'd you.
I grew up in South Boston, spent a lot of time in some different parts. Somerville, Dorchester, Malden, and those are, they call it Southie. It's just a general area that's populated in the lower part of Boston. I just described the direction south. I realized that after saying it. Moving forward, I grew up in Southie, and it was completely different from here. You know, it was a complete culture shock moving here night and day, but I love it. You know, people are a lot friendlier. They're not in much of a hurry. The weather's different, of course, but
Yeah.
you know, people they got that southern hospitality. I finally understand what that means having moved here. Like people hold the door for you when you're 15 feet away, and I look at their hands, make sure they're not holding something. You know, they're like, or I tell them I don't have any change, and they're like, I don't want your change, dude. And it's crazy, dude, but it's great.
Damn.
It's
So
great.
it's really that bad, like that bad up there?
I wouldn't say
or-
that bad, but people are more skeptical of each other, and in more of a
okay.
hurry. You know, they're not
For
going to
sure.
hold the door for you 20 feet away.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you're trying to find directions? It's that way, asshole. Now fuck off.
Oh yeah.
I guess
would-
because there's a lot more space around here, man. You know,
Oh yeah,
kinda
yeah.
got
People
like,
aren't as
oh,
stressed
yeah,
out and
you know.
congested. Yeah. You're not
yeah.
getting caught in subway doors and
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the best of both worlds here in SA. It's like you can have the metropolitan downtown city lifestyle, and then you go out towards like south, basically any direction.
Oh yeah,
South,
drive 20
east,
minutes in
west.
any direction from the Riverwalk, and you're in the
Yeah,
country
you're in
area.
some woods. You're knee deep in some terrain of wooded areas.
And
you
see, I'm guilty of being one of those northerners that assumed that Texas would always be bucket hats and cowboy boots. That it would be riddled with scorpions. Like I thought there would be scorpions everywhere. Like I thought there would be like a real big problem.
like the toad problem in Australia.
Yeah.
Like those fucking toads. They just people
Or the
just eat at the
locusts.
restaurant. There's just toads everywhere,
Yeah, I've
flopping
seen
all
that.
over the place.
Or like
The
the
locusts
monkeys in
in Egypt.
India.
Oh, the monkeys in Egypt, yeah. That would suck, dude. If that was the case, we'd
the
be like
monkeys.
mutated humans and like half scorpion and shit, right?
Hell yeah.
Did you see that?
We look like the Dwayne
fucking-
Johnson in the
For a
scorpion
cock, he's
thing.
got the stinger instead of a
Oh my
cock,
God.
right? Fuck
Forget
it.
about it. Scorpion King, dude. You know, Dwayne Johnson, he looked just like the wrestler, The Rock from WWE. Have you noticed this?
It is a conspiracy. I've been onto that
That's
for
right.
years
Hold
now.
on,
think he is.
What was this?
Dwayne Johnson, the actor,
Dwayne,
he looks uncannily similar to The Rock from WWE.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like the same jawline, everything. They must be related or something. That's great.
there you go, sir.
Yeah, what you got? Hey, no worries, man.
And we're back. Look at
It's his allergies.
allergy season up. The cedar out here, goddamn. Some bitch.
Thanks, Cedar.
Ragweed cedar. Too much ragweed. And cedar.
Some dang Cedar, man.
That's some heavy cedar right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, sap in your tree.
And what is it? A
Damn
beautiful, beautiful 70-degree weather. I feel like I'm like in Florida in the spring or something. You know,
Really? Damn.
feels nice outside. Perfect
Yep.
day.
Nice in the 50s or 40s right now.
I'm straight
Well,
savage.
crazy.
I haven't even been
Is
outside
it
yet.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels
So
like
I
it's
don't know where you were when you said 70s.
Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
Oh,
The current temperature in San Antonio is 57.
There you go.
Holy shit.
She could be lying
Thank
to
you,
impress
Google.
us. I don't want to rule out the possibility.
Thank you, Google, for that fun fact.
57.
57
Yeah, and then you
degrees.
can say, "Hey Google, impress us."
I wonder, does that do anything? Do you think
I
it
don't
would?
know. Let's try
see.
it.
It couldn't
Sorry,
hurt.
I don't know how to help with that.
She would.
I don't like when she eavesdrops. I don't like when she eavesdrops.
You hear that? Nice.
Hey Google, impress me.
Here is some information about Impress Me.
You're going back to Walmart.
You're fired. Fuck it, you're fired.
Give me the definition
Fuck
for
yeah,
impress
you.
me. She wonders why I see other speakers on the side.
Total Chaos. The comedy Impress
That's just supposed to be the primo Google.
I heard something about total chaos in the back.
features a roster
Oh,
of
yeah?
celebrity cameos.
She's talking about it.
Actress Angela Kinsey and singer Yankovic. The
Yankovic.
series goes
What's that,
beyond
like a-
just
do you think that's
featured
Italian?
impressionists.
No, I'm kidding. It's not.
Who says about how hard it can be to follow your heart.
Hey Google, that'll be enough. Thank you.
Jesus.
Sorry about her. She just you got. She's very sweet, great intentions, but she'll just keep going on until you're like, okay, let's take it easy now. Very, very, very sweet speaker.
Yeah, I get very cautious when I walk into houses that have those things.
Oh yeah, especially
really?
yeah, dude. I mean, in the future, you should never accept a can of beer from a 6 foot tall Norwegian man wearing white pants. That was a test, but I'm okay. But in the future, I would never advise doing so.
And speaking of Norwegian, I was working my overnight shifts at the Circle K.
We'll save you some time at Circle K.
Pepsi six-packs are just $1.79 now at Circle K.
And basically, what happened? This guy comes in and I show him my new tattoo. I just got my fresh tattoo, so I had my sleeve up. I wasn't trying to look like a cool guy, but it was all fresh. And he was like, "Hey, man."
You did have a pack of cigarettes rolled in your sleeve, like a 70s
So you were trying to be a cool guy.
switchblade comb. Sorry, go on.
Hey, I gotta do what I gotta do. Have my leather on, fuck the bullshit. So this guy walks up and he goes, "Oh man, I like that wolf, man. That looks like a dire wolf." And I was like, "Dire wolf? What exactly is a dire wolf? Why don't you explain?"
Yeah, man. The dire wolf was a subspecies of wolf that was much bigger. It's basically depicted today as a werewolf, and I don't know, like Twilight shit where they sparkle in sunlight. I don't even get me started about what they did. But they're depicted as werewolves in a lot of things, and as of late, even though I've never seen the show Game of Thrones, I know they apparently had dire wolves in it, and those were real animals. We have fossil remains of animals, and they were around during early ancestors. It was a subspecies of wolf that stood anywhere from 5 to 6 feet, but it might be 4 to 5 feet tall. But still, that's something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark alley, you know?
Massive fucking animal.
Yeah, I don't want to see him in a
And
dark
that's
alley.
on all fours.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So that was a real animal, you know.
So
and-
5 feet on all fours?
5 feet on
and that's
all fours.
the chest
shit.
length. So that's like its head would be like up with your head.
Dude.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
like
dude, that's
eye to
fucking-
eye
yeah.
with a canine.
That's a big fucking wolf.
That's
dude.
Cujo.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
the Cujo
It's crazy.
wolves.
Yeah, and our early ancestors had to. I don't know whether it was more for protection or for meat, but a little bit of both maybe.
Yeah.
But
it was-
they hunted them into extinction, so now we just got the fossil remains.
God,
Damn,
wow.
that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. Imagine being those motherfuckers. Those
Oh,
straight
dude.
warriors, dude.
That's the thing. I've always had a deep fascination with what they call like the cryptozoology, the study of the unseen. And to be honest, I think a lot of it's just bullshit. I think a lot of it is, but I think a lot of it, what it is they were animals at one point that are no longer around now. I think that if anything, if there were animals that we haven't discovered yet that would really raise an eyebrow in that kind of respect, would be in the water. It would be the ocean.
For sure.
But things like Bigfoot, there was an animal called Gigantopithecus, and that was a bipedal northern woodland ape, but it wasn't just northern. They found fossil remains of this all over the world. We're talking China,
wow.
Indonesia, America,
So this
Africa.
could possibly be the so-called Bigfoot.
So-called Yeti,
Yeah.
Missing
Bigfoot,
link.
and just that. How they say the Yeti, they consider that to be the Arctic tundra. There were fossil remains of them found there, and these ones would stand anywhere from 9 to I want to say 9 to 10 feet tall.
Wow.
Definitely fact check me here because I'm no scientist. I'm sure you can tell by the way I talk.
You can smoke. You
Oh
can
yeah,
drink.
so I digress
You
there.
got
I
to do-
completely see. I told you before I have the attention span
all
of
good,
a
man.
Mayflower,
No,
and
yeah,
that's also. I mean, I always have, but that's also leading into what you were asking me about. I actually had 2 strokes, and that's
Oh, wow.
medical background. That was about I want to say 2.5 to close to 3 years ago. And just to give you a rundown, the way it happened was I didn't know the first one was a stroke, so I just kind of powered through it and went about my day. And what happened was I was asleep, and I woke up, and my girlfriend at the time was here, and I had gotten up, and I felt like my face was kind of tingling. But I ignored it because I took some penicillin the night before. You see, at the time I was not currently insured, and I thought that I might be getting strep throat because one of my roommates had strep throat at the time. So
For sure.
naturally, I thought that if my throat was hurting, that I had it. And knowing what they do is they just give you penicillin or amoxicillin and send you on your way.
For sure.
I had mentioned it to her over the phone, and she said, "Well, hey, baby, I got a bottle of penicillin I can bring over." It's I had strep throat like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, and like I still have, like they give you a bunch, and I was like, "Well, yeah, I mean that's what they would just give me, so why not?"
Yeah.
So I took it, and I took a penicillin that night, and when my face was tingling the next day, I told myself, just knowing from just my own knowledge, that like you can develop an allergen to a lot of these medicines, especially something like penicillin or amoxicillin.
sure.
Yeah, as you become an adult, your body and immunities change, and you can develop allergens. So I assumed that it was this kind of a anaphylactic reaction to it. I figured that it was tingling from that, and then I got up, got out of bed, and I started kind of slanting to the left, falling to the left,
Yeah.
and I took down my closet door. And
Damn.
yeah, I had to fix that and put it back up. But looks like Helen Keller fixed it. I could have done a better job. But so I got up and I dusted myself off and was like, like Tommy Boy, what was that all about? and then I like went in and took a shower, didn't bat an eye. Like I'm not the brightest, so I just took a shower and then went to work, and worked a good, I don't know, it was like 8 to 10 hours that day. And then and then it just ignored it, went through, and I'd say about a month and a half later or so, roughly a month and a half later,
Yeah.
I was at a gas station right down the road. It was like that little privately owned one, right? It says, "Thank you for your isness," but they're missing the B and the U.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
know
They're
exactly
closed
what
now.
you're
I'm
talking
assuming
about.
it's because of the sign. And yeah, dude, I was there, and I was just picking up a beer and some smokes, and I was walking to my car. And as I was walking there, I just started feeling my body shut down, like RoboCop, and they're like deactivating. I was like shutting down, like all of a sudden, and then I took a knee because I couldn't stand with my left foot, and I wasn't prepared for that kind of muscle to go out, so I had to
Yeah.
take a knee, and then I kind of got myself to the car. Being an idiot, I was like, you just gotta get home. You gotta sleep it off. You'll be safe in your room. And if I had not been one street away on back roads, I would never have done that because I would be putting other people in jeopardy. But I told myself, you're literally one street away. You're not gonna pass another car between here and your house. Like no one's like just get home. So it's stupid. I mean, but especially with my background, like I know what to look for. I should have known immediately that was a stroke. But the foolish, arrogant part of me was ignoring it. Like, no, you can sleep it off.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. So I
Hoping
it was
for the
crazy.
best, right?
Yeah. So I came back here and I was just in a lot of pain, holding my hood for a few hours. So I thought it was a few minutes. Apparently it was a few hours. Say my roommates. So they called an ambulance.
Holy shit.
And I didn't realize it until I saw them coming in and taking me out. And they got me to the hospital, and I was in the ICU. Wow. And in the ICU, you'll see some RNs that they'll have to put in their time and get some clock in a certain amount of hours there.
Yeah.
So there were a couple of girls that were looking over me and taking a look, and they said, "Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. You're dehydrated." I said, I'm pretty sure I'm not dehydrated, and I even said, I can't swallow water. And I could barely talk, and they even gave me a cup, and I went to it had dribbled out. Like that's because I was paralyzed on the left side.
Holy
It was
shit.
crazy.
Jeez.
So they.
You're just a little dehydrated. Here's some water.
Yeah. So they.
Here's a vitamin.
Yeah, man.
So they hooked me up to an IV, and I was on the IV in there. And after it was done, I can't remember the time as a blur because I was in just intense pain in my brain.
Damn.
And I sounded like a Cypress Hill song.
It's in the membrane.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. But that was just I was just delirious. So the nurse, the RNs had come in and they said, "All right, well, he's pretty good. It looks like the IV bag's almost done, so we'll get him sent on his way."
Wow.
Yeah,
dude.
and it was crazy. So after the IV was done, they they pulled the little catheter and the needle out of my arm, and a catheter is not just for the penis, so there was no need for that at the time. I just thought I'd clarify this.
Okay.
Yeah, it could also be in your arm or anywhere.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
yeah, it's a tube that goes in.
I know
Okay,
that.
yeah, people know that. I just
Yeah,
didn't want them to think that it had anything to do with my penis.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
Or the
There's
shit
different
bag,
kinds of
right? I like to call the
Okay,
catheter
sure.
shit bag.
I'm not talking too crudely for the podcast. I'm not being too crass.
Nah,
Okay,
man.
okay. I don't want to be too curt.
Trust me, man.
I don't want to be too curt.
You should hear
cursed.
our unreleased ones.
Oh,
we
man.
went
Man.
pretty.
I'll say it here now. Fuck, shit, ass, damn, bitch, and
Motherfucker.
Yeah, there it is.
You got a Carl in it.
You know? Bam!
I like that.
We're saying it now, bitch!
So let me
That's
tell you,
right.
dude, these young girls, the RNs, very.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get wrong, best of intentions, but it didn't seem like they were really doing very thorough. They just,
Sure.
dehydration. All right.
Damn.
Yeah, we called it.
So they
Yeah.
unhooked me. Yeah, like nailed it. That's the end of that chapter.
We got an A.
So they unhooked me from the IV and handed me my jacket, and I was like, all right. And I was like, do you think you can help me put it on because I can't move my left side?
Jesus Christ.
And they were literally helping me put it on. And a more seasoned vet was walking by. You could tell he was a doctor that had been there for some time. And he stopped and did a double take. And he said, what's going on with this man? He's been here for about two and a half hours now. What's going on? They said, oh, no problem. He was dehydrated. And we gave him an IV and it's good to go. We're going to send him on his way. And he was like, look at his face. Do you notice some droopage on the left side?
Yeah.
And they said, oh, not really, maybe a little bit. And they said, did you run a stroke test on this man? And they said, no, he's young, he's 33, he's perfectly healthy. Like, why would we? And he was like, all right, let me do some. And then he did one. And then after just less than 20 seconds into it, he had said, all right, you girls need to clear everything that you have right now. Drop your workload, pass it on to whoever is around, get him down, get him to CAT scan, get him to MRI. We need to do this immediately. And they got me down there and they put me in the CAT scan, the machine where it's like full.
Yeah.
It looks like something out of a futuristic movie.
For sure.
Dude.
And
Damn, dude.
I was afraid that thing was going to give me like cancer or something. I didn't know how that thing worked. I was like, is this safe? They were like, yeah, it's in a hospital.
that
It's in
big
a
ass-
hospital.
That big ass circle thing?
Yes,
Because
yeah,
it makes
yeah.
noise, right?
Yeah, you can't have anything like magnetic around. And that
Yeah.
just makes me wonder more.
No, it's because
It's
it's
like
just it's a big
360
ass
scanning
magnet,
your
dude. That's
body.
all
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
an electromagnet.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what it
just
does.
a
It
big
gives you
ass
a full
magnet.
bitmap of your body. It basically sends scans, and what pings back it will be.
Yeah.
But what they found was that in my there was a blood clot in a vein in the back of my head that was
Oh,
pressing
wow.
on my cerebellum.
Yeah.
And it was actually pushing onto that part of my brain, and that can control your motor function, your memory, your things like that. And that's why I was paralyzed on the left side. I couldn't even drink water; it would fall out of my mouth because my throat muscles wouldn't swallow it.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, it was nuts. So they found that, and they actually figured out somehow. I don't know how the hell they did this, but they were like looking at it and showing me my charts, and they were like, "It says here that you've had 2 strokes. That you had one like recently as well." And I was like, "No, I haven't." And they were like, "Yeah, no, it says here that like this is your second one because this is a full-on clot. Had this been the first one, what would happen is I could have gone in there." And they would have had a neurosurgeon just make a small incision and then place a catheter in there, again, not for the penis. And it would have drained out the blockage.
Yeah.
And that would have been that. But
Wow, you could have avoided the second
exactly,
episode. Damn.
exactly, dude.
That's
Wow.
And
insane.
I had even
That's
taken a
nuts.
fall after the second one and broke most of my teeth. That's why I got this $1 million smile right here.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Christ,
But that's
Jesus.
what I did was like the Savage I Am went on Amazon and I bought some of those little plastic bead moldings that you can
Yeah.
melt and make into like tool holders and coat hooks, and naturally I made teeth out of them.
Damn. No one ever told me life was gonna be easy. It's growing up shit, man, it gets hard. This one goes out to all my old friends, my family. It's about the struggle. Nasty J, T-Bone. Just talking about the hard times.
Speaking to the people in a musical way, the trials and tribulations of my day to day. I speak up on my city in a negative perspective. I tell it how I live, people be disrespecting my choice of lifestyle, the musical taste. There's a lot of talent here, but it goes to waste. Cocaine in the face and crack crack in the pipe, oh, partying like a rock star, oh yes, it's tight though. Your kids don't understand about the business, want everything for free, oh yeah, I'm the witness. You're phony enterprise, you're full of lies. Don't step in my direction unless you got the prize. Oh yes, cash money is what I mean. This is a real business, it works on green. And having a studio has always been my dream. And I'ma pursue this goal with my dedicated team. There's no force on this road that can stop me now. I'ma take it to the top and beyond, I'ma take the crown. And anyone try to stop me, I'ma lay you down. So swallow your pride, bitch, and fix your frown.
I'm feeling good in the morning, cause I'm laying in my home. And I made it through a crazy night, everything is alright. I tell my mama don't cry, cause that's life, we see some hard times. I'm only trying to take it day by day, so I take another drink to take the pain away. You know I seen some hard times, you know I seen some hard times. Now I remember back in the day, when I was living young, having fun and in the days. Never had to worry about no hustle or pay. Run into some trouble in my life and I'm amazed, cause shit is getting crazy. A lot of things been happening lately, I feel the stress coming strong, so wrong I try to make it. And even though I try to smile for y'all, when the bills begin to pile, I walk a mile and fall. I always dreamed of living life the way I wanted. Now I work a dead-end job to put $1 in my pocket. I make enough so I can survive. Mama calling me at night just to know that I'm alive. Yeah, start the stress and then come depression, then come the drug and alcohol obsession. It's so tempting that I'm still messing with. No fear of death, light up the blunt and make the best of it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everybody knows in the scene exactly what I mean. Still, we all fiend cause you need yours and I need mine. We can make it through together and better these hard times, yeah. I'm feeling good in the morning cause I'm laying in my home. And I made it through a crazy night, everything is alright. I tell her mama don't cry, cause that's life, we see some hard times. I'm only trying to take it day by day, so I take another drink to take the pain away. You know I see some hard times, you know I see some hard times. Yo, next is a step, had to stop to pay respect to the homies that are gone, let you know that you missed, yeah. Remember times of getting high at night, but now you're in your own world, different city, different life, And some of you got your own kids and wife, and others never grow up, destroying, living by the knife. But that's alright because you're there when you got your hard times, your homie Nasty J cares. And I remember in daycare, the trouble we make, yeah, we made some mistakes, but come on, give us a break. But does he got what it takes, locked up for life in this place? So many problems to face and life we waste. That's why we gotta take what we need, and when we fight the struggle, we don't stop till we bleed. To heal our wounds, we smoke weed. It don't matter when I'm mad at the facts, I won't breathe. But I'll just take it day by day, till I'm living out my dream and getting major play, yeah. Cause in the end I know a light will shine, but till then, we'll just deal with the hard times. I'm feeling good in the morning, cause I'm laying in my home. And I made it through a crazy night, everything is alright. I tell my mama don't cry, cause that's life, we seen some hard times. I'm only trying to take it day by day, so I take another drink to take the pain away. You know I seen some hard times, you know I seen some hard times. I'm feeling good in the morning, cause I'm laying in my home. And I made it through a crazy night, everything is alright. I tell my mama don't cry, cause that's life, we see some hard times. I'm only trying to take it day by day, so I take another drink to take the pain away. You know I see some hard times, you know I see some hard times.